that's definitely a consideration. A little bit of drama. Well, I removed the spacers and taped the panels to the wall using packing tape, clear packing tape, so as to not interrupt the visual field too much. Maybe I should remove the masking tape to give an even better feel. Yeah, why not do that? Well, I've taped these guys up using clear tape so they just look like they're mounted, more or less, and asked Mrs. Maker which one she likes better. She's more inclined to like the higher mounted one, which is evenly spaced between the bottom plate of the counter of the cabinet and a little more counter space. So it looks like we might go with using this full board height as a spacer. Alright, what we've done is we've shot our lines off the back. So there's the allowance for a panel to slip behind these two, if need be. And that leads to this much of a gap off the front, about 3 millimeters or so. So that's what we're going to be shooting for there. There's a corner. So the next thing we start doing is marking out holes and see how that shakes out. So far, so smooth. Now that we've figured out our positioning, that should take care of the aesthetics. Now it's just the mechanical connection. This is very, very precise work, so you've got to be careful and really take your time when it comes to doing this stuff. We're about ready to start drilling the holes for the stainless steel backing panels that's going to go on this wall here. What I've done is I've used this little carbide punch to create little tiny starting points. There's one here, there's one here, one here, and one there. And what's going to happen is we're going to use this glass and tile drill bit, 6 millimeters, to start off the hole very, very carefully. Now the instructions say to use low RPM, water cooling recommended, no hammer action. So I'm just going to use my handheld drill and a spray bottle of water to keep the tip nice and cool. And then once we get through the tile and into the concrete, I'm going to stop and switch over to a 6 millimeter hammer drill. The plugs don't have to be all that long. These are quite short. They're only 1 inch maybe? Something like that. Yeah, they're around 1 inch long and little tiny screws. I mean, we're not talking about putting 500 pounds on this thing, maybe 10. So I'm just going to put in screws capable of holding up that much, and if that's too short, then I'll just pull out the plug and put in a longer screw, but I don't think I'll need to. So that's where we are right now. Just slow and steady wins the race. Next thing to do is get this water bottle set up and get this bit into a low RPM drill, which is going to be my cordless, and see if we can't drill the 2 top holes, because that'll help me to get this thing up there and see how it looks just mounted. So that's where we are now. With all of the holes marked off, I'm going to start drilling now. I just loaded the drill bit into my Musta handheld drill that I bought for 10 bucks because it wasn't working, because it needed a new battery. And that's pretty low speed, so I'll be able to set it to drill mode. There we go. Now it's a drill, and we will make that first hole happen. It's important that you square up on the hole, that you drill straight when it comes to drilling through tile and glass and stuff. So I'm just going to square up on the hole, first one, and see how that goes. I've got a spray bottle here. I got it with some window tint. It's a free bottle. Just got water in it. And you should probably clear your tools from immediately beneath the work area. Not only is it safer, but it's going to get wet. So anything that rusts you probably want to get out of the immediate area, and maybe take a rag and just toss it nearby to pick up all the water. Okay, let's get started. Broke the tip. Pushed a bit too hard when I started off. Okay, gotta get the tip out now. Yeah. well, off to the store to get another bit or two.
I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving me a like, and leaving me a comment. I really enjoy making these videos, and I want to know from you how I can make them better. The whole point of these videos is to demonstrate that if I can do something, you can do it too. Well, that's it for now. So long, and remember, keep making.